Hi, this is Kevin Stewart, Builds 250. I'm Kev, and this is issue 13 of Build the Ferrari F40 Competizione. So issue 13 came as part of the latest subscribers pack I got yesterday when I got 4 issues. I got 13, 14, 15 and 16. And we got a little note on what's going on with some of the free gifts. The latest free gift we're going to be getting. So I'll go through that when I look in more detail at the magazine and what we're getting. But this whole subscribers pack, all 4 issues, seems like it's adding a lot more detail to the engine. So, well, let's get into it then. Let's get into the build for issue 13. Okay, so yeah, along with the magazine for issue 13, 14, 15 and 16, which we got in the subscribers pack, we also got this kind of note about the free gift, saying that unfortunately due to the COVID situation, fortunately they haven't been able to include the 1/43 scale F40 in this pack, but it will come along in a future pack, so you know, it's understandable with what's going on in the world. I didn't mention this one though. This is the free gift we got with the last subscribers pack. I missed that off, but it's the quite nice presentation plaque that you're going to have to, you're going to have for when you've completed the model, so that can go along with the display case, and when you put the model on display, it's quite nice. It's got a protective film on it, so it looks a bit duller than it actually is. But yeah, so some of the free gifts have been really nice. I'm reading through that book that we got as well. Okay, so parts laid out for issue 13. It's more gearbox parts, all plastic. But even though it's plastic, it's nicely detailed. You know, it's got some really good detailing on the parts, and the quality. You know, it's not cheap stuff. It's good quality stuff. So, but yeah, so that's going to be more gearbox parts that fit into the model or the engine. Okay, and once again, yeah, looking at the magazine itself, 13. So you normally look through these. Looking at some of the imagery, iconic imagery that we get, the lovely detailing we get with the magazine itself, and as always, yeah, the centre picture, always of a iconic Ferrari in action. Motorsport heritage stuff, and then into the actual, obviously, instructions and parts list for this issue, and what we've got to look forward to in 14 and 15. And yeah, and then, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into the build for issue 13. Okay, so part 1, it's telling us to fit together the 2 parts of the gearbox. We call them the differential case in the actual inventory. It's just simply a case of putting these 2 parts together. Really kind of only go one way, really. Put together, no gaps obviously. There is really one way around these can go. And then tightening those up with 2 T-type screws. Was it the identify? I think these are all T-type screws, so all going into plastic. There's the S screws from the last couple of issues that are the ones that were going into metal. So I don't think we're going to need any of the oil that I used when I was doing metal screws, because the plastic screws tend to go in nice and easy. And you don't have to do them up too tightly, just as long as you get rid of the gap. So there's no gap there, and that's what that looks like. It is actually quite a well detailed part. As I say, even though it's plastic, it's not cheap. The mouldings are good. There's excess flash on them you've got to scrape off, and they do go together well. Okay, I'm going to bring over the engine from last issue, and it says position your piece on the bell housing, be sure to align it as it shows. shows that way round, and it's going to be that part facing upwards, so the semicircular part, the raised part if you like, is to the top of the engine. It wouldn't really fit. I guess it would. Yes, it would. So you got to be careful, yeah. So the raised part, the semicircular raised part, as it shows there, going towards the top of the engine. You got the engine there, obviously. Okay. Push it in. So you can kind of push it in, and it will hold when it's pushed in. And then the two T-type screws. These ones are a little bit more difficult to see along this screwdriver because they're actually quite deep into the bell housing. But you can see, and they're straight this time, not like the rest have been at an angle. I'm not tightening that up fully. I'll leave that slightly loose until I've got the other one in, and then I'll tighten them both up. And so that works when it's on no gaps, nice and tight. Nice. Fit an output shaft on the left hand side of the housing, secured with T-screws. These aren't left and right, they're both the same. And these are the golden, what do they call them? Call them output shafts. I think they call them differential output shafts. So these will be the diffs. Okay, one goes on that side. See, just going to sit on there and fit it in with a T-type screw. Holding it tight because it doesn't hold on, so you're going to have to hold on to one side whilst tightening up the screw, otherwise it will just turn. I'm putting that on tight as well. I don't think it's going to have to turn. And then you bring over the differential cover, that part, the round part, and you're going to fit that, the other differential output shaft. So yeah, that to start with. And once again, yeah, holding out the differential output shaft in place, otherwise it will just turn. So that's fitted. I do like detail on this. And then press the cover plate configuration. So it's just these pins that are aligned with the holes in the differential case. I don't think there's an up or a down. No, it doesn't seem to be any, it doesn't go up or down really. I'm not too sure if I'm going to need to glue this or if it's going to fit nice. Goes in quite well. Nice and tight. But I don't think that's going to come out. No. So that's just a push fit. And it doesn't really say, it just says to complete the piece by capping off each output shaft. So it's just putting these rubber differential shafts, what do they call them? Differential output shaft caps. And just kind of fitting them into the diffs. noticed maybe a slight problem with that. That's at a slight angle. I'm going to just pop that out and see if I put that in at a slight angle. If I can get it out now. Okay, both nice at 90 degrees now to the differential casing. Okay, looking smart. It's quite nice detailing for the diff housing. Issue 13, done. So fairly easy issue, nothing too major there, was it? Just a few details screwed on, but looking good. I like the detail. The parts are still good quality. Obviously I've got a subscribers pack that's been delivered, so obviously I've got 13 that I've just done, but I've got 14, 15 and 16. So what I'm going to try to be doing is getting a video out at least once a week, probably a bit more, but if you click the bell, I'll be notified anytime that a video goes live on the channel. One thing I forgot to mention in the introduction is kind of a big thank you to the kind of people helping getting this stuff to us. You know, delivery staff, the warehouse staff, obviously getting this stuff packed up and sent out to us. And a lot of us are kind of stuck in home, and these things help us kind of pass the time. So, but yeah, people have got to package them, the delivery, the Royal Mail people got to get out and do their job. So yeah, massive thank you to all the delivery staff and let's say the warehouse staff. Also a massive thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. I'm up to 85 subscribers now, which is massive for me. So thank you very, very much for all the people who subscribed and all the people who watch the channel, as I say. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again on the channel soon. Stay safe, stay home if you can, and yeah, well, ta-da for now.